And the university is very glad. We're not just, I mean, this alumni has done an unprecedented in the history of Africa. There's nowhere in Africa, please Google it, where you have an alumni village built by an alumni of any university. So Dr. Adetu Bello, the current president, has done that. And we must give that to him. And the university saw value. He has created another endowment fund with a seed. We are thinking, okay, we have a seed fund of about maybe 2 million to start. As of today, we've done over 27 million. You know, and we're going to 1 billion, and we're going to get to that. What we want to do is create a university, a first-class university, where the university does not need to go to government for subvention, where the university can by itself, you know, do a lot of what the alumni village we are building there. With those chalets are going to be commissioned in the next few weeks in March. We're going to have a golf course there, swimming pool, everything that even Ado-Ekiti can be proud of. And so we have a golf course in Ado-Ekiti. You know, it's a place. So the alumni, the university can see value in the alumni, in everything they are doing. You know, if there's any issue on ground, the university is always there. The alumni is always there to partner with the university to solve it. You know, so we have eminent persons group from that alumni. These are people, MDs of banks, you know, professors of different universities who were students of that university coming together and say, we must do our best and make sure that this is the best university in Nigeria. If you check the activities of the alumni of Ado-Ekiti, I doubt any university in Nigeria can match what they are doing at the moment.
I read somewhere where Dr. Adetu Bello, the president of the Alumni Association, said he expects a member of the alumni to ascend the governorship seat next year. Are you aware of that?
Yes. And I think there's something wrong with that. I mean, the university has produced a lot of people. In the state, for example, all the commissioners here, I can tell you that half of them went to that university. The SSG was my roommate, you know, in the university. Anybody was there, you know, anybody that's anybody in that government went to that university. So it's a legitimate aspiration. I think the time is right for an alumni to actually take you know, that seat, and because we are sure of the values that we had. I'm sure you know, sir, I was a student there in 1986, and we did not envisage when I got there yesterday, I was opening my mouth. They were taking me around. I was like, is this the same university that I was in? So if that university then, in spite of the dearth of facilities and everything, created people like us, why shouldn't we be governor of the state? If we are sons of Ekiti, we know everything here, and I'm sure the value. I know that none of them will go there and say he wants to steal money, because we were taught in that university to make the best of every situation and come out tops. You know, when you have a lecture, then you have a lecture at 4 p.m. You will wake up at 4 a.m. to try and rush into the bus. There was nothing like I'm a lady. Even ladies jump through the window to enter, because once that bus gets to school, you can't go again. You walk 22 kilometers to the campus. You know, you don't have taxis now. Then, and the taxis will only go in the morning and stay there till you can tell them to go to town and say, no, I'm in a real big powder. So we went through hard times as pioneer students. I think it is time to take over the seat of the government and redefine Ekiti. You know, we have people who have done well and are doing well, and we know they have real characters in them. So I'd rather, yes, I'll support them.
In what way would you say the university has changed from what it used to be when you were there?
Infrastructurally, the university has gone. I mean, there are places, if they left me there, I would be lost, because I don't even have, I couldn't even do a GPS anymore. They've done very well in terms of infrastructure. I know, I mean, there's always chance for improvement. Most of the buildings I saw there are done by ETF, you know, so, but I remember Baba Omolayo built the first administration, whatever there. I think if we had more public sector participation, you know, and that's what Adetu Bello, through the Eminent Persons Group, is now trying to drive. He's trying to drive the private sector who are from that university to invest in the university. The chalets there, do you know that a student also built a chalet? We are asking people to actually build chalets. We have a prototype. So by the time we are doing that, it belongs to the university. The golf course will belong to the university. The chalets belong to the university. And we're also reclaiming the land because people are encroaching already. So we asked for 150 plots, they gave us. As at yesterday, we are writing for that 200 plots so that we can expand. So that way, the university will grow. You just wake up one day and find out that we have linked everywhere together, and that's a world-class university. You know, so those are part of the things that we're trying to do. We're also trying to create a social enterprise. You know, a social enterprise that, you know, will guarantee entrepreneurship in students. What do I mean? For example, one of the things the alumni is doing is to create a hub. So as a student, you can be there. You don't need to have a father or a mother to pay your own school fees, because right on the campus there will be clusters of business that you can do and earn money. We've turned the alumni building now, the old one, we have turned it now to a digital center. One of our alumnus gave us over 100 computers, solar panel, power, and it's there. Students can go there and do their work. We can also turn that to a business enterprise as well. So in March, we're going to lay the foundation of another multi-billionaire alumni center. It will be the best first of its kind, possibly the best in Africa. This March, by God's grace. So those are things that we are doing. We are doing a lot. And the university can identify that, okay, these are not people who are just sitting down there. No, we are there every day, making sure that whatever that is needed, things that we have seen, those who have gone to Harvard after Ado-Ekiti, those who have gone to MIT, those who have gone to Oxford for PhD, are coming back to say, let us replicate this in Ekiti.
Has the alumni had any reason in the past or present to be at loggerheads with any administration of the university?
Loggerheads, maybe disagreements.
Okay.
Yes, I mean it's natural. If you finish from a university and you hear about what I just told you about, for example, maybe there's a particular lecturer who has not done what he should do, you will be at loggerheads with them. Yes, even though we are an advisory arm, you know, but the university has given us that leverage to be able to, you know, without emotions, do our contributions. And if it means, you know, coming against such improper practices, yeah, so be it. We've also had the opportunity to come in to solve issues, even industrial labor issues with the university. Yes, several times. You know, so the school trusts us, the staff trust us, the students trust us. I think that's what you need.
So when you look back at the different administrations in the university, is there anyone you want to give kudos to for achievements?
To be fair, all of them have tried. To be fair, all of them have tried. You can't take it away from Professor Ifeda Oladapo, the first VC, you know, who started everything, and to Peter, to Professor Kolawole, to the guy that is there, the guy I think every one of them has tried. And you know, as a VC of a state-owned university, there's so much that you can do. Yeah. You can only work as much as the kind of fund you have. So if a state governor, for example, does not like your face, I'm just speaking hypothetically, if he doesn't like your face and therefore does not give you subvention, what can you do? I can't blame you for not performing if I did not give you enough to perform. So that is why I cannot say that, oh, somebody has tried, the other person has tried. And that in itself is dangerous, because what you will have is people having political affiliations with governments in power just so that they can perform. It may not be so that it will not be because he likes the party or the governor, but the Yorubas have a proverb, let's call the madman husband so that he can allow us to pass through. So sometimes and that's one of the reasons why the alumni is trying to create that financial independence, where we can now say, Oga, you have this 25 billion naira fund sitting and waiting for you did not use it, you didn't do well. But until that time we can't, because he that pays the piper will dictate the tune.
What do you see in the future of the university?
I see a great university. I see one of the best universities coming out of Ado-Ekiti. Because the roadmap that we already have a 25-year plan. We have a roadmap. The alumni has a lot that is on paper. That as we begin to go phase by phase, that university will be the best. No doubt. Without any equivocation, it will be the best.
You have something to say about the leadership of the Dr. Adetuberu in the Alumni Association?
Yes, even personally, I never really got involved with the alumni until Dr. Adetuberu. And Dr. I didn't know, because he didn't meet me in the university. I think I must have married before he became a student. But there was this late Kole Ajayi, who used to be president, Barrister Kole Ajayi. He shortly, I didn't even know he was going to, we were not even friends too, but somehow somebody mentioned my name. So he used to come to my office in Lagos and started talking about the alumni and everything. It was that drew me into the alumni, and they created what they call the Eminent Persons Group, and I was one of those people. Yes, they've honored me. I have a couple of laurels from different bodies from the university, maybe for our little achievements in life. But when that guy introduced me to Dotun, I started watching the young man, and in no time, I saw that this guy was a man on a mission, very different. Dotun has 4 certificates from that university, from UNAD from OSWA to UNITE to EXO. He has all the certificates of all the universities. He has a PhD in war studies right now, in conflict resolution, whatever. But what he has done is that by creating the EPG, he was able to allow people to do the thinkings for him. So right now, the guy, for me, is possibly the best alumni president in the world because of the achievement. He had only 3 years. He's leaving by March. He's leaving next month. There'll be an election next month. Let us take away last year, COVID. So that means in 2 years, this guy has established an alumni village with buildings visible. What is going on there right now? He has turned the old alumni office into a digital center, completely equipped. Before he leaves, he'll be laying a foundation stone for a brand new secretariat. And he has created a system, the EPG, that undoubtedly is undoubtedly the greatest asset of the university as of now. He has created a system that, is already on autopilot. So for me, the young man is, they don't create their types. Don't forget his, I don't even know his house, but we have all seen. He got there and globalized the alumni. Alumni just used to be a few people in Ado-Ekiti, and nobody, but Dr. created chapters. We have chapters, about 9 chapters nationwide. We have chapters, very strong chapter in UK, very strong chapter in America, and some other countries in Europe. This guy created everything. Harmonized everybody, all the wahala, all the disunity, they stopped everything. He created the harmonization committee, they harmonized together. Now you have the one indivisible alumni that is running on a very, very fast speed. So for me, Dr. Adetuberu has done very, very well. I think that guy is a candidate, should be a candidate for any right-thinking government anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world.
People of the Fountain.